This visit was booked with the help of Ear-to-Ear Magic. If you're staying anywhere in the Central Florida area and want the best deals possible with no fees, no stress, and first-hand experience, then visit eartoearmagic.com. Kungaloosh, ladies and gentlemen, I am in one of my favorite resorts of all time, so I'm very excited to show you guys this place. It's Cabana Bay here at Universal Studios. I'm really hoping this place checks out to be pretty clean because I've been here quite a number of times, but I'm staying in a particular room I've never stayed in before. I'm kind of splurging on myself because it's on my bucket list of one of the places I've wanted to stay. But let's look over the rest of this resort and show you what is available. You can just walk around shirtless if you want. The great thing about this resort, it's modeled after the 1950s and 60s space race age era of hotels that you would find along the Florida Gulf Coast and Space Coast. You know, very reminiscent about where the astronauts would stay during the Apollo and Gemini missions. So there are 7 different areas you can stay at while you're here at Cabana Bay. There's the Starlight area, the Thunderbird, the Castaway, which is on the right half. Then we have the Americana and the Continental on the left half, and then the 2 towers, Beachside and Bayside. So if you're new to the series, what I'm going to do is break down different aspects of this resort during my stay and give them all nice little grades. So let's start off right away with the amenities. When you first walk into the lobby, off to the left will be the concierge and ticket center. And this is where you're going to make bookings for park reservations, dining reservations, anything entertainment-wise. They can pretty much help you out. And just outside of the lobby, you're going to find a pretty good gift shop that'll give you everything you might have forgotten on your trip, including any tchotchkes or collectibles you want to take home to remember your visit. As we head upstairs, you'll notice a number of different venues, including the Jack LaLanne Fitness Center gym. One of the great things about this resort, it is literally steps away from Volcano Bay. There's even a separate entrance just for Cabana Bay residents. Now, I do have to point out that some of the Universal resorts do have a water taxi. Cabana Bay does not, but it does offer a free shuttle bus. It's not that long of a drive, but during closing time of the park, it can get a little crowded. You might have to wait 1 or 2 renditions for the bus to go through. So for the amenities, it does have a lot to offer, but I can't help to think it's missing 1 or 2 little things that just put it over into a top tier. So it receives a humble B+. Now let's move on to the fun stuff, the recreation. Upstairs, you're going to find Galaxy Bowl, a 10-lane alley that also serves as a bar and restaurant. This is a very popular location and it can book very quickly, so you want to get there right when gates open and book your stay, even if you plan on coming back later in the night. The Game-O-Rama arcade, it's not gargantuan, but you know, there's enough in there to keep you busy for an hour or 2. Now on the outside, we have 2 large pools, one on the Cabana side and one on the Hideaway side. And on the Hideaway side, there is a lazy river, but you have to keep in mind, this doesn't always maintain the same hours as the pool does. Sometimes it opens a little later and closes earlier. They do have a spa, but the 4 days I've been staying here, it has not been open once. Back on the Cabana side, you have, of course, rentable cabanas where you can lounge in the shade while you can watch TV at poolside. There's also various poolside family activities offered throughout the season. Movies, ping pong tournaments, hula hoop dance competitions. It gets kind of funny. So for the grade, I had to give it a pretty high mark because it also has close proximity to City Walk, which makes it a great resort day stay. This is definitely an A+. So in the lobby, you're going to find the Bayliner Diner. Alliteration! This is the main eatery for the entire resort and your only real breakfast food option on property. There's the 2 bar and grills. On the Hideaway side, we have Hideaway Bar and Grill, where they offer fish tacos, Honolulu hot dogs, and ice cream and cocktails. Back on the Cabana side, we have Atomic Tonic, where they offer sandwiches, wraps, kebabs, you name it. Back inside at Galaxy Bowl, you can eat in there too while you're throwing some turkeys. Now here's some advice I'll give you. Don't bother with the nasty coffee they give you in the room. Get yourself a Starbucks. You know, just have to wait in line for a $10 milkshake disguised as coffee. Now let's say you go to check in and it's a little early, it's not time. There's the Swizzle Lounge. That's right there in the lobby and you can have a nice drink while you're waiting. The poolside and lunch options make this resort a daytime visit just for the food and the drinks. It could probably use a bakery or some other breakfast morning option. In the meantime, an A-. Oh, wow. I've had apartments smaller than this. This room is incredible. I guess let's start in this general area, go over a little bit at a time. So as you're walking in through the entrance, you get your closet right over here, AC right over here. And what I love about this particular unit, there are 2 AC units. There's one down there at the end and another guy right here. So let's look at the rest of the living room area. First off, we have these hard plastic chairs that matched like a 1950s kitchen dinette set. One thing I thought was a little peculiar was this one square piece of art was the only one in the room. There was nothing else on the walls. I just found that a little confusing. Alright, now let's move on to this real piece of work. This L-shaped sofa with a pull-out bed. The sofa's upholstery had like that retro feel to it. It also had a couple of noticeable stains on it. Plus some of the stitches along the seams have started to show some wear and tear as they were starting to literally tear. I did like the TV stand and its color scheming and how it kind of fit the whole vibe of the room, and also the carpet itself looked pretty cool. How many times have you heard people say, hey, it's got cool carpet? But you know, the art deco and the color scheming and everything, that's all cool. That's like one of the reasons I love this resort so much. But this particular room, precisely, well, let's look at something over here real quick. This is a layout of my floor of the tower, and you can see all the rooms are like the particular shaped room, and where it's a single bedroom, single bedroom, single bed. This is where I am. I'm in this corner piece. These corner rooms, there's only 10 per tower. That's it. And the reason you want these rooms is not for the art deco. It's not for the theming. It's for that. Look at this. This is incredible. Wow. That's Epcot down there. So I'm gonna watch fireworks tonight with a volcano in view. Oh my goodness. This is why you get this room. This is unbelievably gorgeous. I did notice that some of the curtains around the entire unit were showing some wear and tear. I'm not sure if it was just age or misuse. A little hard to tell. Here we are in the master bedroom, and again, there's just one piece of art on a plain blue and white walls. I always love the throwback alarm clock, which is a resort staple. There's not much in the room, but it's more about the view. Power outlets on both sides of the bed, but no USB ports. Now, first look at the bathroom is just a sink in the commode, while the shower is in a separate room altogether. The standalone shower had curved rails on it, which made it feel much roomier. The shower head itself was basic, along with Zest and VO5 bottles, which is, again, another staple for the resort. Now let's look at the full bathroom, which has all the same fixtures as the half bath. Oh, this is something I like. Some people would say this is really trivial. Some people would really, really appreciate it. The toilet paper is a very soft 2-ply. I like that. The walk-in shower had these nice heavy glass doors on rails, but you can see there's a little bit of a gap towards the edge. I was a little surprised to look down and notice this gigantic tear around the floorboard next to the shower. I'm guessing somebody probably stubbed their toe. And the last look in this unit is the final bedroom with the 2 full-size beds. Again, there's another hard plastic dinette sitting area right in front of 3 power outlets with 2 USB ports. But this room had more art in it than the rest of the unit combined.
One thing I was not prepared for was right at 7 o'clock, they start playing music at the volcano. Kind of like a welcome to work type thing. The problem is, that glass isn't that thick. So throughout the day, we can hear the music playing out there. We hear the drums, we hear everything. Wasn't ready for that at 7 o'clock in the morning to be amped up and playing loudly. Yeah, hear those drums.
Now, when it comes down to the grading for the comfort of this room, it was actually really hard to distinguish because the overall grade for the room came out to about a C average. But The room does lose some points for a couple of factors, such as the mattress was soft to the touch and nice to lay on until about an hour or two in, where it started to feel like the mattress was very worn and has that reverse taco effect where it rises in the center while it goes flat on the sides. There's a couple other issues, like the floorboard in the bathroom wasn't a good thing, and the noise from the water park was not expected. All of these things combined did not help the resort's comfort level, so I have to give it a D-. Alright guys, I got my list. I got my black light, and this sucker is gonna find some stuff, I guarantee it. Here we go, this is the stuff you guys want to see. So to save time, because this is a very large unit, I'm going to ignore some of the stuff that came off as immaculate, very, very clean, which was in a lot of different areas. Very clean, very spotless in a lot of places, so let's just focus on the notorious areas I could find. Now, throughout the entire unit, I was finding these scuff marks on the walls where it looked like someone just rubbed up against it, or maybe it was some kind of repair job and the paint didn't match, but to the naked eye under the white light, it looks fine. I'm not really bothered by that. Now, some of this splatter that I saw on the wall, obviously that you cannot see with the white light, but turn on the black light and there it is in full glory. It kind of stuck out. Don't know what it could have been. All I know is it didn't belong there. Speaking of not belonging there, let's touch on this monster sofa. This thing was disgusting left and right all around. First off, on the side there was some kind of residue. I really don't know what it is. I can tell you that it did flake off as I scratched at it. Don't worry, I washed my hands. There was some more of the residue around the back. Again, I don't know what this could have been. On top of some of the stain spots and the common dust, when I lifted up one of the cushions, you could see literal garbage. There was trash under the cushion. It was not clean previously. This thing was just a total failure all around. The rest of the living room area looked pretty okay. The lampshade I noticed had some strange watermark. I don't know exactly how that could happen. Over in the microwave and sink area, we did find some crumbs around the microwave, and this is a common thing I find. Really hard to reach areas like around this bar. There was some noticeable residue. I don't know if this was dust or dirt or what exactly. It was hard to get to, so these things do get missed on occasion. Now, as we moved into the half bath, behind the toilet on the wall, of course we have more water spots. We saw it on the wall, on the back wall. We saw it on the floor leading up to the wall. It's kind of a common thing it's starting to look like. Again, there's more smudges on the wall. This might have been a repair job. It didn't seem like dirt to me. As we're entering the hall shower room, you could see some fingerprints on the door, but the rest of the shower room itself was in pretty good shape. Now in this hallway, right before we get to the main bathroom, you could see some more paint rub spots, but this is what really caught my attention. Up here in this corner, you could see a full-size handprint. It was a little hard to pick up on video, so I took a still of it and I increased the threshold on the exposure, and yeah, you could see that you could almost do a forensic test on this handprint. It's so clear. So then we move into the full-size bathroom, and if you look at the floor, there is this strange dark spot all along the floor. I'm guessing it's some kind of water damage of some kind. Maybe water had seeped into the flooring. Again, just like everywhere else, we see more yellow spotting on the floor next to the toilet. Now here you can see what looks like hard water corroding with the metal and the part of the rail for the shower. This is another thing that can be easily missed by the cleaning crew. And again, that hole in the wall, that thing really stuck out. I didn't even need a purple light for it. You just tell that shouldn't be there. Now as we go into the bedroom, we did notice a little bit of dirt on the curtains, but that was about it. The rest of the room was immaculately clean. The phones were clean, the comforter was very clean, the sheets were good, and the Beauty Rest mattress, aside from a little bit of minor lint, it was very, very clean. No water spots, no staining of any kind anywhere in the bedroom. I need to point out again that I didn't cover all the areas of this huge room that did receive a passing grade in cleanliness, otherwise this would have been a 40-minute review. On an individual level, many areas got a passing, if not an A grade. That being said, the multiple scuff marks, the mystery stain on the bathroom floor, and that sofa that should have been burned, sent to Detroit, then buried, not in that order, did not help the case. So with the factors that could have been easily used as clickbait, there were equally ho-hum but properly cleaned areas. I feel a C- is the most fair grade I could possibly give. As I said before, this is my favorite resort, so I'm a little heartbroken it didn't live up to the hype, especially the most desired stay in the resort. The view was incredible, but the noise and the physical condition of aspects of the room was very disappointing. I need to ask your opinion. Have you stayed at Cabana Bay before? Or, if not, has this video swayed you in any way? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, why not give a like and share the video? Special thanks to my group of Patreon supporters that keeps on growing. I'm planning on more resort stays, so if you want in on all the extra insight and perks that come with being a supporter, you'll want to join the fleet. The link is below. Thanks for watching, gang. You'll catch me sitting poolside.